What's going on? It's your boy Cole187. We back. And it's a Monday morning. I got another video, but for some strange reason, it doesn't want to upload. But pretty much, anything that's on my mind, I'm going to go ahead and discuss. One thing I'm going to also say, too, sometimes we want to go so hard to achieve things so fast, and we got to make it there, and we got to get at this point in time, and whatever. You got to give yourself some grace. Stop sitting there trying to move so far up and trying to think that if you move faster and rush the process, you're not going to appreciate it when you get there. That's just how it goes, right? Like, for instance, you say that you wanted to get, I don't know, a license or whatever, and you work so hard to get it, right? And let's say you got it real quick. Cool. You're going to be appreciative that you got it, but at the same time, it's like, you're not going to, what's the word? When you get it, it's not going to mean as much as if you actually took the time and went through the process and went through the hardships, maybe failing the test a couple of times. You know what I mean? It's not going to matter to you as much. You know what I'm saying? Or just anything that you do. If you're doing certain art, if you can't rush art. Things got to take time, and it's a process. You're a work of art at the end of the day. That's real truth. So if you're trying to get somewhere super fast and you just like, I got to get here, and give yourself some grace. Give yourself a little bit of gratitude. If you're trying to go to the gym and trying to overpower your situation and trying to work super, super fast and thinking that by you doing that is going to get you for more improvements, no, that can get you to a lot of failures and actually a lot more problems. You know what I mean? I had a friend who sat there and went to the gym, felt like he knew more than what I did. I told him off the rip, listen, I do this for a like I've been doing this. I've been lifting for about, I don't know, since I was 23, 24. You know what I mean? I did all the hardships, At one time, I was taking I don't know if I could say, I was taking the roids. I was taking the roids and messed up my back for a long period of time because I wanted to look a certain way at a very fast pace. Yeah, the damage was definitely done. Or if you're trying to lift up a certain weight super, super fast, and you like, I've already lifted this weight so I can go higher. That's not how that situation goes. Your muscles have to learn how to retract and deal and build off that situation. I've had somebody who was lifting these dumbbells over and over again and felt like because they lifted these dumbbells that they weren't going to be damaged literally the next following day. Right here in the joints, black and blue. Couldn't lift nothing for like a whole 2 weeks because it hurt too much. You know what I mean? Really, you just got to trust the process with anything that you do and take your time. You know what I mean? That's with anything. If you're starting a new job and you don't know the job like that, but let's just say you did a job similar to that, that's cool that you did that job, similar to what you were doing before, but it ain't the same job. This is something completely different. So you got to take kind of like baby steps and learn and go through the process and appreciate the process. One thing about me that I went through is when I thought I knew something, I would be stagnant. I would be like, I already know this already. You ain't got to tell me what to do. Like, okay, cool. Just show me the other little small things that I don't know and then go from there. Nah, everything takes a process, and respect the process. And because you'll appreciate it more and then you'll understand it more. You know what I mean? If you're, I don't know, learning how to swim, playing a certain video game, or had a pet before, and that's a good analogy. That's like taking a pet and let's say you had a cat, right? But then your cat died and you ain't got another cat. That cat ain't gonna be the same cat that you got from the beginning. This cat might have liked watching TV and was easy on the fritz. This other cat may have a whole nother situation where they need more of affection. If you don't do it, maybe you can't rub them on their belly or whatever the case may be. You have to understand and respect the process of whatever that bond you're building. And that's pretty much what it is. You're making a bond within yourself, within the situation of what your drive is, of what you're doing to accomplish. You know what I mean? That's highly, highly important. Like, I just want people to really give yourself some grace. Don't rush yourself. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process and respect it. And over time, it will definitely show, the results and the fruits of your labor in that situation. That pet, like I said before, will be a better situation between you and them. The job that you'll have at that point or whatever you do because you took a different approach with it. You'll respect it more. People will respect you more of the fact that you listen. It's not about kissing behind like, oh, but if I do this, like, what, I'm supposed to be kissing behind? No, I mean, this is your profession. This is your job. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect the process. Of course, you're going to have haters. You're going to have all of that, but that's a different episode. We could talk about that from somewhere else. But as far as everything else is concerned, no, take the time and appreciate the process and enjoy the process, and knowing the fact that everything's going to be okay. But even though you're not where you need to be at, and you're sitting there and you're focused like, I got to be here and I got to do this and this got to happen, give your time. Give some time for it to happen. Eventually, it will happen over time. And when it does, you appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So just take the road and take the approach and just keep building on what you're building on. And just know for a fact, even if you don't get there that year and you don't get there in that situation, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't work in your favor, or you thought that you was going to get a 6-pack this year. It didn't happen until the end of the year. It's all about putting little small drops in the bucket and just still being dedicated. But yeah, give your time some grace. You know, give some grace to yourself. It'll get there. Just give it a little bit. But you already know it's your boy Corn 187. I holla at y'all. You have a good morning. Be safe out there. It's raining. And remember, Jesus is king. God is first and through all things and everything. So I holla at y'all, yo. Peace.